After 10 years or so of just doing random video work, I feel like I finally have the ability to not master interviews, but I can get a good interview and get the look that I want whenever I show up anywhere. And that is a huge accomplishment for myself because I have some good gear, I have some affordable gear, but mostly I know how these situations work and what tools and what practices I need to implement to get a good image. And that just came through experience. I'm not at the highest level and I'm not at the lowest level, but I know the simple tricks or strategies or approaches to making a good image, and I'm really happy with how this image came out. You can see there is some warm light on the back, and I have daylight balanced light on the front just to give some contrast, some color contrast. We are doing some teleprompted scripts today, so it's very easy work in the sense that once you have a teleprompter tripod set up, it just stays like that. You don't have to be moving around or changing levels or scenarios or angles. This type of day is super easy. And I have my gear set up to a way that everything will work easy for me, or I'll say efficient. I threw on the little OEM EVF just so the director could have a picture for themselves and they didn't have to look all the way over. And then I'm just using my 200X as the key and then a 60D as the hair light with my boom stand. And these are very affordable fixtures. Like, these are not super expensive. I did forget to bring my sandbags, so this is what we're gonna have to work with. Client didn't care, not the most professional look, but I did need something to balance it out. And then also they said, we need to get one clip for social. I said, hey, no problem. Let me show you a preview. And I just was able to throw on the mask overlay. She was so impressed by that. That's just a simple hotkey on my camera, but I'm just learning these efficiencies and managing client expectations. It feels good now. And as a freelancer, I can take an impromptu trip to Dallas for the solar eclipse. Got my Sunseeker app, Sunseeker AR, something like that. It's the free one. Jared is in one of these buildings doing a shoot right now. I think he has an hour-long break for the eclipse. So this is the exposure it looks like on iPhone, but in actuality, it is about this dark right now. I love that as a freelancer, I can block out a few days to do something that I want to do, and I don't have to put in a, work time off request for anyone. It's just nice owning your own time. But this is a 2-minute time lapse. This is actually how dark it got when the eclipse happened, and it's just a surreal sight. We got so lucky. This little gap in the clouds. The last time I was in Dallas, I was hosting a Filmmaker Meetup. By the way, I have the newest one scheduled. It'll be April 25th in San Francisco. Link is in the description for tickets. Make sure you grab one before they sell out. They always do. But when I was in Dallas, Jared is my point man. He actually flew to Orlando for one of my Orlando meetups, and then we just became buddies. So it lined up perfectly that he was doing a job downtown. I was in downtown Dallas for the eclipse, and now he's trying to persuade me to become a Texan. This YouTube channel is awesome. I tried to find an editor for Combat Night because I don't want to do the edits. I want to film them. And I did a first round. We got some people. It didn't work out. A couple months later, I put out another call, and I had a bunch more editing submissions. And now Combat Night is posting the reels, meaning they like the 2 people we selected. Those 2 guys get to have some additional income and start a new network, start a new business relationship, and I don't have to edit. This is perfect, and I would not have been able to do it without the reach of this YouTube channel. It just keeps benefiting me in more ways than I thought possible, but I'm stoked for Ben Perez, and I don't know his real name, but it's Dudeski. Both of them have had killer reels. I'm playing them now. That the client likes, that is on brand, and now we're just going to continue to keep the machine running, and it's just all from this YouTube channel. I rarely get to show my work, but since I had to upload these Dropbox files, I made a little Instagram post outlining where I had my 3 lights and what the final image actually looked like. Well, this isn't the final image. This is just the little color correction that I did and a 4K punch-in, because I asked if they wanted a second camera and they said no, so I assume they're going to do a punch-in as well. Tomorrow I leave for 6 days in Costa Rica, and I am not bringing my Sony FX6. I'm bringing one camera, my GoPro 12, and I'm only using this bite mount because it's a surf trip. Going with a couple buddies, first time to Central America. So this first half of the month has been a lot of vacation and play. The solar eclipse, going on this surf trip, and then the second half is gonna be right back into San Francisco. So again, Filmmaker Meetup is happening, and then back to South Florida for a gig, and potentially Canada coming up. And I like that I can make these scheduling decisions. It's feast, it's famine, it's spontaneous, it's impromptu, it's attack the situation while it's hot. That's the type of lifestyle that I like, and I know it's not for everyone, but for me it keeps my eyes hungry and always looking for new opportunities or creating new opportunities. So freelance life, I'm a fan.